Reb here, Rebecca, just not Becky, and Albert, and Poppy Bits. Okay, so why do I look so super extra grubby today? More than usual. It's because I'm in for a dirty job today. Super dirty. We are going to clean out and redo my largest terrarium. It's actually a vivarium, the one that the beautiful Kevin lives in. So it is supposed to be, and it really is, self-sustaining, like most terrariums. However, every once in a while you really do need to touch them up. This one had all of, it is bioactive, meaning it has isopods and springtails in there that are supposed to eat up the dead foliage and her poop and all of that. However, I think they're all dead. And so things have gotten very overgrown in there, and also it's gotten a little stinky. So it's definitely time to fix this thing up. It's been, I'm guessing, about a year since I took care of anything in there. So I think it's time to do some serious maintenance. So I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to cut things down, and we'll see what else I do. But I'm going to take everything out, including the soil. I'm going to wash all the plants. I'm going to wash out the entire vivarium, which I made with a 29-gallon long aquarium that I found. That was a good burp. I'm doing this sans microphone because there's no way I can do this with a cord flapping around in the wind. So sorry for the echo. And then I made a glass door that's just rigged up, very wonky. And these are actually various types of hair ties holding it together and command hooks. But it's worked for quite some time. Except for the one time she got out the hole in the back that she dug through with duct tape, but we won't talk about that. So I'm gonna take everything out, wash it all down, replant it, and I think she'll be very happy. So our step one is going to be to get Kevin out. Step two, all of the plants out and wash them. Step three, get all of the substrate out. Step four, wash the entire vivarium. Step five, get new substrate in. Step six, replant it. And step seven, get her back in her new home. I will be speeding most of this up because this is going to take forever. But hopefully it will be nice and fresh and everything will be nice and healthy again for another long, long time. Let's get at it, shall we? It grew through the screen that separated the substrate and the rocks and the charcoal. This was a cutting of a Schefflera. I don't have any more screen, so I'm going to have to try to separate this so I can reuse the screen. This was a small cutting when I started. Look, I didn't know that these did this. Look at these aerial roots all over it. Have you ever seen aerial roots like that on a Schefflera? Okay, everything's out. Now I have to take out the soil and the rest of the substrate, and we'll go wash the plants. Okay, so I just sprayed down the entire inside of the enclosure with vinegar and water. I'm just letting it sit while I come in here and I wash all of the plants off. I'm really just going to spray them really well down with water, and I'm going to try to shake most of the soil off before I wash the foliage and the stems and stuff. I'm not going to wash off the roots, they're fine. So here we go. Voila! Cha-cha! Oops. There are very few smells that I hate more than vinegar, but this is vinegar and water because it is non-toxic and it does the job. But I hate it. It reeks. Really reeks. I think we've got it good enough. Get sweaty. All right, like any good terrarium, we're going to start out with some rocks on the bottom. Then we're going to put some charcoal, and then we're going to put a screen. Then we're going to put our substrate. Let's do it. Shush. Ideally, I would have put a little more, but I only had a half bag of big rocks, well, larger rocks, and a quarter bag of tiny rocks, but it's okay. Next, charcoal. Not grilling charcoal. Horticultural charcoal. All right, for the substrate, ideally I would have really good soil that didn't have any perlite in it, but I don't. With crested geckos, they don't spend time on the floor or the ground or the earth because they are tree climbers, arboreal, yeah. So it's okay because they're not going to be eating the soil. They don't pick like bugs off the soil, so it's okay. I'm going to mix some soil and I'm going to mix some Eco Earth, which is coconut fiber substrate. So this, if you wanted to, you could mix in with soil for plants too if you needed some cocoa fiber in with your plants, but I never do. Because I don't put cocoa fiber in my plants, but a lot of people do. I personally use black gold just because that's what I always use, but you can use whatever. Just make it organic. I should make this clear. I'm only using the cocoa fiber because it's for a vivarium with a critter. In my regular terrariums, I just use soil. I'm going to mix up a little more, but I'm going to put plants in and then fill around them. I lied, I just want to build it up a little more in the back. Okay, plants. Let's get at this and start planting it up. I decided I'm going to add this cocoa pole in here, and I think put my little syngonium here and see if it climbs in there, maybe. We'll see. Let's start with the sansevieria. When I put it in, it was smaller and it only had 3 leaves, and then it sprouted a new one. I had it in the front and I don't like that, so we're going to put it way back in the back corner. It is too tall for this and it bends over, but that's okay. She loves to sleep in there. She sleeps between them. Climbs up in there and smushes herself between them and sleeps in there because it's nice and dark. All right, now I'm going to cut this big Schefflera because as you can see, it had grown so that it was smushed over like this. Let's cut it right below those aerial roots and just pop it in there and see if it propagates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's quite all right. I don't keep the substrate very wet in here because it's so humid, so it might not. Okay. So this is where all of those aerial roots are. Can you see all of those? So I'm going to cut it right below those. They start here. I'm going to give it a little bit of room and cut it here. Oh my God, that is a woody stem. Okay. And then I'm going to remove that leaf, and this leaf, and this leaf. So now I've got all of these aerial roots right here. I'm going to take this leaf off too. And I can plant it all the way up to here. There. I think I have all the roots under there. Let's put the syngonium on that pole. Okay, so I just took it out of its little pot, and it's got a whole lot of roots. I just laid the roots on top of the soil and I'm going to cover them up. And I wrapped a couple of stems around the back side of it so that it'll train it to go up. Plus, this will give something for Kevin to climb too. I don't think I'm going to put my humongous spider plant back in there, but I think I'm going to put some of her babies because this was tiny when I put her in. But I think I'm going to put a bunch of her babies in there. Let's put these little dracaenas in. I used to have back here a little hanging macrame, so I could have a hanging plant to add some more height back there, but the macrame always got really moldy, so I stopped doing that. So I'd like to put something more for height back there. Let me go look around. Okay, I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it for the sake of the look. I'm going to put my Adansonii in there because it should really do well in there. And it'll look really nice and it'll be very tall. And it should really fill it all out because it's going to climb all over in there. Here we go. I got to take it out of the pot and get soil off. I cut off a bunch of the spider plant babies. I'm going to put them in front. And then I just have that peperomia to put back in. And now I just need to fill in around everything. All right, now I'm going to get my pressure sprayer. I'm going to spray everything down the soil to really get it packed down in there, water everything in, and then we're going to get Kevin in there. Okay, I'm going to spray all of the dirt off of the plants, and then I'm going to soak up that soil. Okay, I finally finished, and I finished cleaning up, which was a lot. I am exhausted, I am hot, but it is beautiful, I think. It is clean and it is not stinky anymore. Hopefully it stays that way for quite some time. Although, once I can afford it, if I ever can, I need new springtails and isopods to clean up someone's poo-poo and any rotting leaves that happen. And as we all know, there's going to be an acclimation period, so there should be some. So I think someone is going to be very happy. Are you going to be happy? Let me see. Oh, Kevin's not been very sticky. I think she just shed. Or she needs to shed. But her fingers have not been very sticky. Are you not sticky? She tried to jump and she didn't catch herself. Anyway, it turned out really nice. And someone's very happy. So I hope you enjoyed watching me clean and totally redo the biggest terrarium in my house, which is actually a vivarium. Don't go jumping off again. So, Kevin and I hope you have the most plantastic of days. And we hope that you wear a mask and hold your breath around people and have a crack and smack and hard drug-free holiday season. And go ahead and have sticky fingers. Oh, no, don't, because that means you're shoplifting. Don't have sticky fingers unless you're a Crested Gecko, and then do. Okay, we'll see you next time. We love you all. Say goodbye, Kevin. Oh, and lick your eyeballs. It keeps them fresh, right?